All right, let's take a look at Typhoon Nanmadol now making landfall here in southern Kyushu, right around Kagoshima, where these winds wrap around that inner eye wall, pushing right over Sakurajima. That's an island right there, Kagoshima City in the inner eye wall at this time, and pressure right now being estimated around 930 to 935 hectopascals. If that is confirmed, this is likely in the top 5 strongest storm systems to ever make landfall in mainland Japan. That's discounting the Amami Islands and Okinawa. They typically get storms a lot stronger, but they typically weaken out by the time they get this far north. So this is definitely very potent, dangerous storm systems. That's why emergency level high wind warnings have been issued for this entire region for good reason, but also the rainfall. Boy, this is just pulling in plenty of moisture from the south. Looking at some areas, especially in Kyushu, upwards of 400 to 500 millimeters, but then even stretching back towards northwestern Honshu, Shikoku, about 200 to 400 millimeters is very well possible. Now, while all this is going on and people are hunkered down, they're dealing with this, I got alerts here today out of Taiwan, a 7.2 magnitude quake. This is the second big quake in just last 48 hours. They've had numerous smaller ones there as well. A tsunami advisory was issued for the southern Japanese islands. No Pacific-wide tsunami is expected, but just another impact out here. The good news, those tsunamis don't look like they have transpired. The bad news, there is serious damage being reported in Taiwan. Just wanted to touch in on that. I'd feel remiss if I didn't mention it, but of course, continue to track this typhoon. So let's take a look at the forecast. Right now, winds estimated 110 miles per hour, a very strong typhoon. That is the official terminology from the Japan Meteorological Agency. It goes strong, very strong, and violent. So it's backed off at least a little bit, but really it's all about that rainfall. Watch this as it moves towards the northwest over Kagoshima, Kumamoto, the hometown of Kumon, if you know that mascot, and then over towards Sasebo, the Nagasaki area, western areas of Kyushu before it starts to make that turn towards the north, running right over places like Hiroshima, over there towards Iwakuni. You're going to be seeing those winds kick up on shore, coming in up the inland sea, and then eventually heavy rainfall over towards the Tokai region there in central areas of Honshu as this kicks off there towards the north and east. Gusty conditions along all the coastal areas, but then even that cooler area gets pulled in behind it as well. This is the big factor. It's all about that rainfall, especially for southwestern areas of the country. Also, take a look at that pre-Subao towards Tokyo. There's another little low developing on the tails of this, could impact the Izu Islands. So, boy, active, very active. Here's something that's interesting, though. Remember Typhoon Mermak? Absolutely impacting Alaska, one of the worst storms in over a decade out there. This is tightening up the jet stream, which is just causing these whiplash effect with the jet, kind of like you have a rope and you kick it. That is digging this trough in the eastern U.S., which eventually is causing Fiona, expected to become a hurricane later today, to turn towards north off of the coastline of the eastern U.S. So a little tie-in from the storms happening on the other side of the world to the Atlantic as well. Pretty interesting stuff.